Good afternoon, villagers. It's Arnie. It's Pepper Tree Villa, and it's time for your daily dose of Disney. Hello, Donna. Hello, Mike. How are you? Good to have you here. It's actually good to be here. My goodness. Hi, everyone. How are you doing? You holding up okay? I am right now. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Martine. Donna, hello. Rachel, I'm so incredibly thankful for this online community. Yeah, you know what? I'm very thankful too. Hello, Jeffrey. Hello, Martine. Shelley, thank you for being here. Everyone, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. Hi, Mama Mouse. It's good to have you here. It's yeah, it's a wild day. Definitely a wild day. But you know what? I'm going to continue on with the daily dose of Disney because that's what I do. Hey, look at that. Danny, how are you doing? Good to see you. It's March 16th, 2020. This is what's happened in the past with Disney News. In 1934, on March 16th, an Oscar was won on this day. Disney won an Oscar on this day, specifically for The Three Little Pigs. It won an Oscar, that short, in 1934. Hey, Rob Fuzz, good to see you there. Oh my goodness, I already see a couple of my support channels here. Thank you so much. And you, the moderators, thank you so much for helping me out. Hello, Jeff. Good to see you. Tangled in the Magic, thank you for joining. 1961. I'm sure some of you have heard of the movie Flubber starring Robin Williams. Well, hey, Pearl Manhattan, yeah, just got the notice. Good. I'm glad to see the notice got out there. So thank you so much for joining. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of the 1990s film called Flubber, starring Robin Williams. Of course, that was a remake of this film, The Absent-Minded Professor, starring Fred MacMurray. This was released on this day in 1961. Lil darling, how are you doing? It is good to see you. Thank you for joining. And T. Marie, thank you. Thank you for being here. So yeah, Fred MacMurray was starred in that film. The film was produced in black and white. And the reason why, of course, all films were color at that time, but black and white seemed to really work well for some of the special effects that they were doing for the film. They were unique special effects, and black and white film just lent itself better to this movie. And this was an interesting fact that I didn't know until I was doing the research for it. Wally Bogue was one of the stars of the Golden Horseshoe Revue at Disneyland, and he did that for 30 years. Well, it turns out he was the stunt double for Fred MacMurray for the movie The Absent-Minded Professor, especially when they were doing things like the flying car and things, very special things. The film was based on a short story called A Situation of Gravity by the author Samuel Taylor. That I didn't know either, so that was interesting to me. Of course, had I watched the credits of the movie, I'm sure I would have read that. So that was in 1961. The Absent-Minded Professor premiered in theaters on this day. Now let's move forward to 2002. Oh, hey, Amy, thank you for joining. It's good to see you. Everyone, thank you for saying hi to everyone. Let's just keep that going, get that village feeling going. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. 2002. Now, this one I did not really realize. Hello, Lady Chambers. Yes, definitely. I'm ready for tonight. Definitely ready for tonight. So, 2002, on this day, this is in Paris at the Disneyland Paris Resort. The Walt Disney Studios Park opened on this day in 2002. So, that park is officially 18 years old. It premiered with attractions like Rock and Roller Coaster, Animagic, which is a blacklight show, another show called Armageddon. Of course, some of these shows don't... Oh, thank you, Donna. Hashtag Proud Villager. Thank you. On Mar, hello. Hello there. Mar in Memphis, thank you for joining. So some of these things are no longer there. They've got the Studio Tram Tour. That attraction has since closed. Rock and Roller Coaster has been rethemed. They even have the flying carpets over Agrabah, which is, of course, in Magic Kingdom and Adventureland. But yeah, but when this park opened, it was the smallest of all the theme parks. It was the 10th theme park too, but it was the smallest one. In 2005, Disney Pixar announced The Incredibles on its first day of sales had sold 5 million copies between DVD and VHS tapes. 5 million copies were sold on the first day of release. That is an incredible feat. That's just wild. And then let's move forward. In 2011, this is just 9 years ago, remember, due to ongoing problems and concerns in Japan since the March 11th earthquake, Tokyo Disneyland and Disney Sea remained closed at this time indefinitely. It took them several weeks to reopen the parks. They wanted to make sure everything was safe and that some normalcy had returned to the country. So it took a while, but in 2011, they did eventually reopen Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea. I'm still waiting for Tokyo Disney Air to be announced as a third theme park there at the resort, but who knows if that'll happen. I hope it does. I think it's a great concept. 2012, Walt Disney Studios Park was celebrating their 10th anniversary. The celebration began on this day in 2012, 8 years ago. And then, of course, this is a quote from the Walt Disney Company itself for today. In an abundance of caution and in the best interest of our guests and cast members, we are proceeding with the closure of our theme parks at the Walt Disney World Resort beginning March 16, and of course, that's today, through the end of the month. Hello, Dougie. Good to see you. Walt Disney Company will pay its cast members during this closure period. We will continue to stay in close contact with appropriate officials and health experts. I also have a few stories here that I've gotten from a couple of sources, specifically Walt Disney World News Today, or WDWNT.com. It's breaking news that all Walt Disney World Resort hotels are temporarily closing starting on Thursday. So starting Friday, March 20th, the resorts and Disney Springs, the Downtown Disney District, as well as all Disney stores will be let me back up. The resort's hotels are temporarily closing on Friday, March 20th. And then Disney Springs, Downtown Disney District at Disneyland, and all Disney stores will close as of March 17th. That's tomorrow. Those are all the Disney properties. Of course, the properties like Downtown Disney in Disneyland, they're leaving other places that are third party. They can decide whether or not they want to remain open because Disney does not own them. They just merely own the buildings, and those companies lease the space from Disneyland. So, from Walt Disney World. Guests are encouraged to shop online via shopdisney.com. Vero Beach Resort will also be closing on March 20th. And as of right now, from what I've seen so far, Trader Sam's is closed now. We could all use a little dilly-dilly, I believe, right now. Vero Beach will be closing on March 20th. And as of right now, Hilton Head Resort in the Carolinas is still remaining open, as is the Aulani Resort in Hawaii. But that, of course, could change at any moment. Transportation is also being temporarily suspended starting March 18th at the Walt Disney World Resort. Bus transportation will operate only right now every 30 minutes for resort-to-resort bus service, and guests can actually request the resort where they would like to visit, which resort they'd like to visit with the bus driver. So if they want to go to a specific resort, they just tell their bus driver. Specific thought: merch was manufactured in China, Japan, and Asia. Maybe there's going to be a shortage. That is very possible. Minivans, any existing reservations made prior to March 16th and beyond will be honored. No new reservations are going to be accepted until the end of the month. As of right now, the Disney Skyliner, or as Doug calls it, the Skyway, is now closed. The monorail, that will remain open right now, stopping at all three resorts, running from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. However, it will not stop at the the Transportation and Ticket Center or at Magic Kingdom. And the Epcot loop is not operational as Epcot is closed, so there's no reason to take the monorail down to Epcot. And the Magic Kingdom loop is not functioning either. And all watercrafts are closed, so no boats on, no ferries going to and from resorts or to the Magic Kingdom, of course. DVC Vice President has released an official statement. He said last night, Walt Disney World announced that all of its resorts, including DVC properties and Vero Beach, were closing as of 5 p.m. on Friday, March 20th. While change fees have been waived for guests with packages, as well as refunds issued for all upcoming resort stays, DVC has released a letter addressing the concerns that DVC members may have regarding cancellation and points. And then there's a whole thing. You are encouraged to visit DisneyVacationClub.com if you have any concerns regarding that. And one last story that I have here, the movie Onward was still #1 at the box office, but movie theaters are definitely taking a hit because of our current situation. So the box office is seeing a substantial decline in ticket sales worldwide, not just here, but worldwide. And they say the ticket sales reached the lowest levels that they've been in 20 years. This weekend in North America alone, ticket sales accounted for just $55 million at the box office. And of that $55 million, Onward was $10.5 million. So they garnered almost 20% of box office for total tickets sold. Interesting thing is that those that were selling, even when they were selling, the movie theaters were only half full by design. So like Regal Cinemas and AMC theaters, they were only filling the theaters to 50% capacity to provide kind of an adequate spacing between moviegoers. I found that to be very interesting that they were taking an aggressive stance on making sure that the theaters weren't packed. But Onward right now, the worldwide box office total for Onward is currently sitting at $102 million. Of course, it was also announced that Mulan has been postponed. We don't know when it's going to be there. Hey, Garrett, thank you for joining. Good to have you here. I'd like to thank, of course, my support channels, Rob Fuzz, Two Real Geeks, D&G Explorers, the Orlando guy, and More Sunshine Please for everything they do for us. And you, the moderators, you know who you are. You've got a blue wrench next to your name in the chat. Thank you so much for your help with these chats. These programs that we do, we cannot do this without you. Thank you so much. Life with Ben. Ben dropped a video on Thursday. I encourage you to go watch it because he made an announcement about potential swag that is going to be given away. Thank you to Candy Mom 15 for the swag that will be given away for this particular giveaway. So go watch the video and Ben will explain in the video what's going on and what you need to do in order to qualify for the contest. So go check that out. And then tonight also PTV Live is going on. You've seen everything going on with people talking about Darby O'Gill. Tonight is Disney Plus Movie Club night on PTV Live. We're all going to be talking about Darby O'Gill and the Little People in honor of St. Patrick's Day, which is tomorrow. So I'll be wearing green tonight. I'll be wearing green tomorrow. So just also, if you're participating, just feel to participate even just that little bit more by wearing some green tonight. Darby O'Gill and the Little People, we will be talking about it and then doing a trivia contest. We will be giving away a prize as well. So you'll hear what that prize is tonight during PTV Live. So get ready to answer some questions and we're going to have some fun with trivia tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. Remember, that's on PTV Live. Tonight on the Disney YouTube network, we have Practically Perfect Park Hopping at 7. At 8 o'clock, we have Steve's World. 9 o'clock, Mickey's Magic is going to be on tonight. And she's going to be doing another makeup display with Steve. So that's going to be fun. Originally, Jess of Two Real Geeks had been doing her show on Monday nights. She has now, they've decided to move their show. She's going to be doing her show now on Friday nights. There is no specific time set yet, but I will be giving you an announcement about that. So just stay tuned here to PTV PTV3D, and I'll make sure that you get the announcement on the programming for Two Real Geeks when they're talking about the geekdom of entertainment. So, Danny, it's always so fun. Thank you so much. And then, of course, don't forget, coming up in 2 weeks, mind you, March 30th, 2 weeks, PTV Live will be doing The Taste of Easter. That's right. We're already buying our treats. We've got some food ready to go. We have some things going on, and they're talking about green peeps and so forth. And I promise there will be peeps in 2 weeks on PTV Live. Not saying what we're going to be doing, but can you believe it? The Taste of Easter is coming up on PTV Live. That's in 2 weeks on March 30th, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. But in the meantime, tonight, it is the Disney Plus Movie Club, Darby O'Gill and the Little People. So get ready for those trivia questions. We're going to have a lot of fun with that tonight. I am really looking forward to it. I've watched the movie a few times already. Gosh, at least 3 times that I've watched it now. So I've got a pretty good footing of how the movie goes, and we're going to have some fun with that. So we've seen Doug's cereal box. Yes, the Peeps cereal box is there. I promise there will be more Peeps. That's definitely going to be 2 weeks from now. Everyone, it is a busy night tonight on the Disney YouTube network. Remember, from 7 to 11, there's a lot of entertainment, and you're not going to want to miss it tonight. PTV Live with Darby O'Gill and the Little People. Okay, everyone, I better get back to my office. I've got to finish up a couple things on my desk and then get out of here. Everyone, have a very magical evening. I'll see you all in the stream tonight on PTV Live. And have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow with another edition of The Daily Dose of Disney at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Bye, everyone. I'll see you later tonight.